And we welcome you to McKie Field at Hayden Park here on this Friday afternoon to open up another weekend series for the Miami baseball team. The RedHawks hosting the Ohio Bobcats for the first of 4 games this weekend from McKie Field. And we're glad you're with us for Game 1 here on RedHawk Radio this afternoon. With Jack Schmelzinger and Patrick Geshan, the RedHawks come in 17-23 overall. They're 12-15 in the Mid-American Conference, 6th in the league, 2 wins behind Kent State to open up the weekend. Ohio 18-17 overall, 10-10 in the MAC. They're 4th in the conference, 6 wins behind Toledo. And Jack, good matchup here between two teams, pretty even in the standings, and try to climb out of the middle of the standings this weekend. Both teams have a chance to do that.
Yeah, that's right. A couple of these dogs in the MAC fighting it out for those middle seeds, like you said. Miami, Tyler Ronovich on the mound. He's been pretty good so far to start the year. I'll be interested to see how he does today.
It is Ronovich starting for the RedHawks. Here's the Ohio lineup. How they'll bat in the top half of inning number 1. Isaiah Peterson will be in center field leading off. A.J. Roush will play right field batting second. Colin Kasper-Bowers at third base hitting third. Mason Minzy will catch bat cleanup. Spencer Harbert will play left field and bat fifth. In the 6th spot will be Will Sturrock, the DH. Michael Richardson will play second base batting 7th. Cale Baker is at first base hitting 8th. And Xavier Hendages will play shortstop and bat 9th for the Bobcats. They will face Tyler Ronovich on the hill for the RedHawks to get the start here in Game 1 of the series. Ronovich is the sophomore out of Columbus, Ohio, number 8 in white today for the RedHawks. 6'6", 187-pound right-handed pitcher is Ronovich. For him this season, it is appearance number 10 on the year, 32 1/3, 34 hits, 33 runs, 26 of those earned, 14 walks, 33 strikeouts, and 5 home runs allowed this year for Ronovich, who has an ERA of 7.24 on the season. So to lead things off here in the top half of inning number 1 is the left-handed Isaiah Peterson for Ohio. We'll dig in here to the left-handed batter's box. Ronovich's first delivery will miss up and away for ball 1. The game is on here from Oxford. 63 degrees, mostly cloudy, your first pitch temperature. The lights are on here at McKie Field, although it feels a little warmer to me than 63. Decent day out, wind out toward left field, blowing about 12 miles per hour. Next pitch will miss away at 2-0. Is the count to Isaiah Peterson, the center fielder for the Bobcats.
Definitely appreciative of the nicer weather. We'll hope we don't see any snow today.
Wouldn't surprise if we do. The 2-0 on the way is a fastball on the outside corner, swung and a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pretty decent crowd on hand today as well on the Friday afternoon start. Peterson, a 5th year from Lincoln, Nebraska. 2-1 will be a check swing, foul ball strike. 2-2 in the outer half of the plate. Off speed there from Ronovich in the upper 70s.
And Peterson having a pretty good year so far. Started all 35 of those Ohio Bobcat games, and he's out to a .341 batting average to this point.
2-2, a sharp ground ball to first base. Grabbed there by Kraus, and he will run to the bag and step on it for out number 1 of our top half of the first inning. As Peterson there with a sharp grounder to first base, right to Kraus. Corrals with both arms and then races to the bag to beat out Peterson for the ground out to first. So here's number 7, A.J. Roush, the right fielder for Ohio in the 2 spot today. The righty will dig in here against the righty and Ronovich. Roush, a redshirt freshman from Powell, Ohio, played high school ball at Olentangy Liberty. Sharp ground ball, third base side is foul on the first pitch of the at-bat. A fastball on the outside corner at 87 miles per hour.
And Ronovich, not the usual Red Hawk Friday starter. That would be Jonathan Brand, the 4th leading ERA man in the entire NCAA. He's having an excellent season, and we couldn't tell you where he is. We tried to figure it out, but they wouldn't tell us.
1 on the way is a check swing and a fastball upstairs, not going as Roush moves the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. I mean, usually they tell us, but today they did not, so must be a big mystery.
It is to us, at least.
Yeah. 1-1 on the way from Ronovich. This one is socked in the left center field. High fly ball moving back to left fielder Neibauer. That's over his head, and it's over the scoreboard in left center field. What a shot for A.J. Rauch to get the hit going today, and the Bobcats take a 1-0 lead on his solo home run with a 1 out in the top of the first inning.
Wow, Patrick, like you said, what a shot. That thing right over the 376 sign out in left center field, and it really did go high up on that scoreboard and maybe even over it. And I mean, that must have been a 410, 420,
Easy.
430-foot shot at least.
Easy.
Like you said, the wind is blowing out that way, so
Absolute.
you could see some balls fly out of this park today.
6th bomb of the year for Rauch. Here's Colin Kasperbauer, the third baseman. First one of him will miss away in the dirt for ball 1 to make it 1-0. So the bases are empty. There is 1 out here in the top of the first inning, and Ohio takes that 1-0 lead on the Rauch solo shot into left center. Ranovich with a 1-0. Another one that misses away. 2-0 that time off speed outside of the strike zone. RedHawks in the outfield today have Neibauer, Mcdonald, and Brokman left to right. We'll get you the infield after this 2-0 from Ranovich. It's a foul ball left side out of play. Let's make it 2-1 here to Kasperbauer. In the infield, RedHawks left to right are Lester, Escala, Zapp, and Kraus. Ranovich is being caught today by Cole Andrews behind the plate.
And Ranovich might be smart today to pitch to contact, because that's a lot of athleticism, a lot of really good fielders out there roaming McKie today for the RedHawks.
2-1 misses down and away, 3-1. Ranovich a little bit of trouble finding the zone here early in this game. Three and 1 the count to Colin Kasperbauer. Wearing number 2 in gray today for Ohio, the senior out of Sioux City, Iowa. Chopped ground ball to first base. Kraus plays it on the second hop, hit right to him. Will tap on the bag with the left foot. And there are 2 gone in the top of the first inning.
A nice job by Ranovich there to find the zone. Like you said, he was having a little trouble there, and with the circumstances surrounding Jonathan Brand, we don't really know when Tyler Ranovich realized he was going to be pitching today, so you have to wonder if, I think what I'm trying to say really is these first few outs, few innings are probably going to be pretty important to see how deep he'll be able to go into this game.
Yep. 2 men out, bases empty in the top of the first. Mason Minzy, the catcher, next hitter. First one delivery to him will hit the zone for a late outside corner strike call to Minzy. On a breaking ball there by Ranovich. Senior is Minzy, Michigan native, up and away, takes the ball there on the fastball, 1-1. 326 hitter on the season is Minzy. He does have 6 home runs. Has brought in 36 RBI. He's out in front of a changeup that time from Ranovich to make it 1-2 on the swing and miss, the delivery over the plate. One-two on the way from the righty Ranovich. This is a ground ball to shortstop. Escala to his left will throw across the diamond in time for the out on the routine 6-3 play, and that'll end our festivities in the top half of inning number 1. RedHawks starting lineup when we come back. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Patrick Geshan, Jack Schmelzinger back with you here at McKie Field, Hayden Park, bottom of inning number 1. Ohio Bobcats 1, Miami RedHawks nothing. Here's how the RedHawks will bat in the bottom of inning number 1. Benji Brokman will lead it off in right field. The center fielder is Zach McDonald in the 2 spot. Cole Andrews will catch bat third. Parker Lester cleans up at third base. The DH is David Novak hitting 5th. Brian Zapp will play second base and hit 6th. Steven Krause bats 7th at first. Willie Escala is the shortstop hitting 8th. And Nick Neibauer rounds out the lineup in the 9 spot for the RedHawks. He will be in left field today for Miami. And the RedHawks are going to face number 18 in gray, Edward Cutt, on the mound for OU, a 5th year from Westlake, California. Edward Cutt, a 6'3", 205 right-handed pitcher. He was making appearance number 12 on the year, 51 innings, 59 hits, 37 runs, 27 of those earned, 20 walks, 54 strikeouts, ERA of 4.76 on the year. The first delivery of Cutt's outing will go to the backstop. Down and away fastball that misses to Benji Brokmont for a 1-0 count. Next deal from the righty and Cutt. That's going to miss away. 2-0. Another fastball. That time off the right arm of Cutt. Benji Brokmont, redshirt sophomore for the RedHawks, takes a strike in the outside corner, the 2-0 to make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Brokmont this season an average of .351. Nails this one back to the screen on an over the middle of the plate fastball, makes it 2-2. Wind is gusting in the lower 20s today. It's a constant wind in the lower teens. Swing and a miss. Brokmont chases a down and in breaking pitch at 79 miles per hour for out number 1 in the bottom half of the first inning. Wind started the game blowing out toward left field, but now the flag out in center is making its way blowing in toward home plate. Next hitter in the lineup for Miami, Zach Mcdonald, the center fielder. First pitch strike in the outside corner, take it 4-0-1 count.
Some home field advantage. The wind changes right as we come to bat.
Yeah. There's a chopped foul ball right near the plate. Will come off the bat of McDonald. It's 0-2. So McDonald, who made his way down to first base on that chop foul ball near the plate, now has to jog back to the mound before the pitch will come his way. Freshman is McDonald, making a lot of noise in this RedHawk lineup. 308 hitter on the season. We'll nail this one, foul back to the screen. The count 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that fastball over the plate. 19 RBI this season for McDonald, 6 home runs, 7 doubles. 1-2. He's going to miss a low on the curveball at 79. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Cutt pitches to McDonald. Base is empty, 1 out, bottom of the first. 1-2 on the way, big swing and a miss. Way out in front of that curveball was McDonald for the second out of the first inning, and 2 Ks to get the outing going for Edward Cutt.
And we're already seeing that breaking ball from Edward Cutt be really effective early today. He's got some pretty good strikeout stuff according to his statistics. 54 Ks in 51 innings pitched this season.
So the next RedHawk hitter stepping in, Cole Andrews, the right-handed batter, will foul an upstairs fastball over toward the Ohio dugout out of play. 0-1 to open up that at bat. You talk a lot about walk to strikeout ratios. And Cutt certainly has contributed his season to having a good one so far this year. Next pitch will hit the outside corner, make it 0-2. 54 strikeouts to 20 walks, probably the best one we've seen all year for an opponent. Pitcher for Miami, this one is swung on and missed. The fastball in the outer half completely swung under by Cole Andrews, and the RedHawks strike out the side here in at the bottom of the first inning as we go to the second from McKie Field. 1-0 Ohio with the lead. This is Miami Baseball on RedHawk Radio.
The left fielder, number 4, Spencer Harper.
We will see the 5, 6, and 7 spots due up for Ohio here in this bottom or top half of the second inning, rather. Patrick Geshan, Jack Schmelzinger back with you from McKie Field, Hayden Park on Red Hawk Radio. Appreciate you spending a part of your Friday afternoon with us. Game 1 of this series between Miami and Ohio on the diamond. First pitch misses outside to Spencer Harbert. As Aronovich returns to the hill for inning number 2 of work, his 1-0 is a check swing strike on the outside part of the plate to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
And Aronovich, a really good job last inning after giving up that really pretty long home run to the second hitter, A.J. Roush. He did a nice job getting a couple of ground balls to get out of that one quickly.
1-1 drops low. It's 2-1 in the dirt. 1 hit in this game between each team as we are through an inning of play here. That was a solo shot by A.J. Roush off the left center field wall for Ohio. This is a chop ground ball to third base, handled here by Lester, but he kind of bobbled it, and no throw on the play. So safe at first. Reaching will be Spencer Harbert for Ohio. And we'll see how they score that one. Just a chop ground ball to third. Lester played it on the third hop. A little bit of trouble coming up with that one for a throw, and they're going to call it E5. So Harbert reaches on the error as Lester is charged on that one.
Number 26, Will Sturrock.
First error of the day between either team. Here's Will Sturrock, the DH for OU. First one to him is down and in on the fastball from Aronovich at 88, 4-1. Man on first base, that is Harbert. Still nobody out, top of the second inning. The 1-0 delivered into Sturrock is going to be low for ball 2, and it's 2-0 on the fastball in the dirt. Probably the best crowd we've seen all year for a home game. For the RedHawks. 2-0, runner goes, chop ground ball to third. They're going to call that foul as Lester moving to his right to play it. Just popped foul before the bag as a hit and run was on there for Ohio. They had Harbert moving on the play first to second, and the count 2-1 here to Will Sturrock.
You're right, Patrick. A lot of people here today. A really nice afternoon in Oxford. Great day, great atmosphere for baseball.
Sun just popped out as well from the clouds. So sunny skies at the moment. Herbert leading off first base. Here's the 2-1 from Aronovich. That is going to be on the outside corner for a strike. 2-2. Well placed on the fastball there at 88. Will Sturrock, the DH, in the right-handed batter's box, waving the bat before the 2-2 from Aronovich, and before that he'll check back to first in time safely with a head-first dive to the bag is Harbert. I believe they did a little tailgate event before the game today for students, handed out pizza and drinks. 2-2 is up and away, 3-2. Non-alcoholic drinks.
Yeah, they'll get the other version later tonight, I'm sure.
Full count pitch on the way to Will Sturrock, the DH. Harbert leads off first for Ohio in the top of the second. 3-2 offering, runner moving up and away for ball 4. And they're going to be on first and second. The curveball that missed badly there from Aronovich. There's Harbert now at second base. He got Sturrock at first. Nobody out in the top of the second. And here's the 7th spot, and Michael Richardson, the first walk of the day allowed by Aronovich.
And you could kind of say 2 free passes allowed by the RedHawks here with the Lester error allowing the first runner and then obviously the walk. Early in series against teams similar to you in the standings, you really don't want to be giving up a lot of free base runners like that.
Showing bunt, pulling it back on the pitch in the dirt is Richardson for ball 1. 86 on the gun that time from Aronovich. Again, you got Harbert on second, Sturrock on first base for Ohio. And a 1-0 count. Bobcats lead it 1-0 over Miami. 1-0 on the way, getting the bunt down right in front of the plate. There is Richardson. Pitcher plays it, throws to first. Ronovich to Kraus for the sack bunt out, but the runners moved to second and third. So now one out in the inning. Very good sack bunt there by Michael Richardson right in front of the dish. He had Ronovich pop off the hill to make the play through to Kraus, beat Richardson by a step and a half. And now the runners are on second and third. You got Harbert on third and Sturek on second with one away in the second inning. Next batter for Ohio is Cale Baker, the first baseman, in the 8th spot. Good chance here to drive in a pair of runs with a base hit. A swing and a miss on the first pitch. Inner half fastball from Ronovich to make it 0-1 to Baker. Cale Baker wears number 50. I don't think I've ever seen a number 50 play a game at McKie Field. It's a rare number.
It is a rare number.
Wave and a miss on the outside half fastball, 0-2.
Maybe he's a Mookie Betts fan. That's the only 50 I can think of.
Yeah.
And
he's a grad student from Geshan, Ohio, which is suburban Columbus. 185 hitter on the season is Baker. 0-2. This is away, badly away. Nice save there by Andrews. On the wasted pitch by Ronovich, Andrews had to pop to the other batter's box to make the grab, keep the ball in front of him, and it is 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And Baker's 6 foot, 260. He's a imposing presence in that box. He's got a really pretty beautiful long hair too. It's kind of intimidating out there.
1-2 misses upstairs, 2-2. Change up from Ronovich. Yeah, it's impressive. It's curly too. It's like curly locks hanging out of his batting helmet. 2-2 on the way. Ronovich deals. That is going to be on the inside corner. Looked out for strike 3. 82-mile-per-hour changeup. Got Baker looking on a beautifully placed pitch on the inside part of the dish. They get 2 men out. Runners on second and third at the top of the second inning for Ohio. Here's the 9 spot and Xavier Hendages. He is the shortstop for Ohio to start the game today. First 1-2 Hendages. Down and in on the fastball and make it 0-1. Redshirt junior from Salem, Indiana. 310 hitter on the season.
Kind of surprised to see him go past Miami to the other side of the state.
Yeah. Ground ball to the second baseman. Very routine play for Zapp, who throws a strong one to Kraus, but he's able to recover and step on the bag. And there is the side retired in the top of the second inning. Ohio will strand 2 runners on base. They don't push any across. It remains a 1-0 game going to the bottom of the second. After this, Miami baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Four, 5, and 6 spots due up for Miami as we get going here in the bottom of inning number 2. Parker Lester is going to lead it off, the third baseman in the left-handed batter's box. First offering to him is a foul ball in the air, left side. This will get out of play over toward the batting cage building down the left field line. So we will see Lester, Novak, and Zapp take hacks at it for the RedHawks here in the second inning. And the pitcher Edward Cutt, who started the game for Ohio, is back out on the mound for inning number 2 of work. 0-1 from Cutt. Sharp ground ball. 2-hopper to first base. Corralling it with the glove, and stepping on the bag is Baker for the out. And there's one away in the second inning for the RedHawks.
It's kind of funny. I feel like it's really kind of feast or famine this year with this Red Hawk offense. It feels like they'll score like 0 or 2 runs, or they'll score like 11.
That's a good word, yeah.
Yeah.
And we've seen that in the games we've done. Abnormal patterns, ground ball to third base, and is corralled here by Casper Bauer across the diamond for the out on the first pitch that David Novak swung at for the RedHawks. The DH puts the grounder to third. Casper Bauer, the 5-3 put out. And there's 2 away here in the bottom of inning number 2 for the RedHawks. Pair of groundouts in this inning for Cutt, who has retired all 5 RedHawk hitters he has seen so far in the game today. Brian Zapp next up for the RedHawks. The second baseman, left-handed hitter, will step into the box. Nobody on, 2 out in the second inning. It's a weak ground ball to shortstop. Hendages will throw right to first base. Good squeeze by Baker to hold on. Beats Zapp by a step and a half. And a really quick bottom of inning number 2. The RedHawks go 1-2-3 here in the frame. Going to the third after this. 1-0 Ohio with the lead over Miami. And this is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio.
Tyler Ronovich still on the mound for the RedHawks to start the top of the third inning. And it'll be back around to the top of the Ohio Bobcats order as Isaiah Peterson steps in for the second time today. And he grounded out to first base back in the first inning. First pitch to him is a fastball off the outside corner. Comes the pitch from Ronovich. That one way inside, almost clipped Peterson, but just a regular old ball. And Peterson on the year, he's already got 3 home runs, so a little bit of a threat to jump the yard from the top of this Ohio order, as Ronovich misses once again. So the count 3-0 to Isaiah Peterson. We'll see if he has a green light. And that one's outside anyway, so Peterson down to first with a leadoff walk.
Right fielder A.J. Roush.
And it'll be A.J. Roush up next for the Bobcats.
Like Ronovich, and again, we don't know how much time he was given before he knew he was going to start, but his command is a little off today, I think.
Yeah, and squaring around a bunt is Roush. He does not get that one down. I don't think he pulled back either. And that's right, especially as he's come in to start innings, he's been a little bit shaky, but we'll see how he does with Roush here. And Roush obviously was the man responsible for that one Ohio run on the board. He hit a bomb back in the first inning, and he fouls one off to the right. And he hit one that was destined for Markham Hall over there out in left center field. Hopefully no one got a baseball through their window, but I wouldn't really be surprised if anyone did. It's 0-2 on him now as Ranovich spins and throws over to first. And Peterson dives back in there safely. Runner on first, count 0-2 to AJ Rausch. Here comes a pitch, and that one just outside. Ranovich with the breaking ball. Rausch swings and fouls that one back.
It's one of those days where you got to have the lights on because it's been cloudy and gets dark a little bit, but the sun is out right now, and it's been out for probably the last 20 minutes.
As Ranovich spins another quick throw over to first, keeping a close eye on Peterson, who's back in diving. And I feel like I've been squinting this entire time. I think that must be why, because, well, I'm sure it's probably just the sun, but the lights really don't help either. Probably should have brought some sunglasses out here. And Peterson takes off. The pitch from Ranovich is swung on and missed. Throw from Andrews down there safe. And Brian Zapp came forward to grab that one. Just couldn't quite get the tag down on the diving Peterson, who got in there pretty easily. So Andrews couldn't complete the strike him out, throw him out double play, but Ranovich did his part, and it'll be Casper Bauer up next for the Bobcats. Casper Bauer 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Comes the pitch, that one's up high. And he grounded out over to the first baseman back in the first inning. And he's having a really good season. Hitting .387, OPS 1.027. And anytime the OPS gets into the 1 territory, that's really impressive stuff. As Casper Bauer swings and puts that one up in the air. Coming on is the left fielder Nick Neibauer, and he's going to settle under that and squeeze for out number 2. So Casper Bauer retired on a little fly ball out to the left fielder Nick Neibauer, and so now it'll be Mason Minzy up for the Bobcats. Ranovich wondering what's taking Minzy so long to dig into the box. But Minzy's finally ready, and so is Ranovich. Here comes the 0-0 pitch. That one just inside with the breaking ball. Miami's still down here. Bobcats beating them behind the AJ Rausch home run from back in the first inning. It's 1-0 here. They're trying to score again with a runner on second. Here comes the pitch. That one swung on and fouled back by Minzy.
Watch this be a 1-0 game.
That would be crazy. Honestly, it would be fun to watch. With 2 outs, here comes the 1-1 pitch from Ranovich. A little half check swing there from Minzy. He didn't go, so the count moves to 2-1. Ranovich misses in the dirt. And Andrew's going to get in front of that one, keep it in front of him. So Casper Bauer, or Peterson rather, stays put on second as the count moves to 3-1. Ranovich. That one's down in the dirt, so Minzy trots down to first with a walk.
At the plate number 4, right fielder Spencer Harbert.
So Ranovich gives up a free pass with 2 outs in the inning, and it'll be Spencer Harbert up now for the Bobcats, the left fielder. He's 0 for 1 today, reached on an error by Parker Lester back in leading off the second. Peterson's still on second, Minzy on first. Comes the pitch, swung on and fouled back. So Ranovich quickly has 2 strikes on Spencer Harbert. And he's doing a pretty good job today missing bats. His only issue has been the home run in the first and a few control issues maybe.
Yep.
But here comes the payoff pitch from him. That one's down in the dirt.
And again, we're not told why it's Ranovich today and not the typical Friday starter. You just wonder how much time he was given from being notified to the start that he was going to go today.
Yeah, it's definitely not an enviable position to be in for Tyler Ranovich as he misses up. Comes a 2-2 from Ranovich. That one swung and looped on into right field. It's going to drop in front of Benji Brokman. Coming around third to score is going to be Isaiah Peterson, and actually Brokman's throw made that a little closer than it originally looked like it was going to be, but Peterson comes around standing up anyway, so it's an RBI single for Spencer Harbert, and Bobcats are up 2-0.
Nice line drive into right field, and you're right, the throw came in from Brokman, beating out the runner who scored there in Peterson by about a step. Didn't look like it was going to be a play at the plate, but then after the throw came in, Brokman with a strong arm to make it seem close enough. And now man on second, 2 out.
And the first pitch from Ranovich to Sturrock is a fastball in the outside corner. And that one, he looked like he had a little more conviction in that one, I thought. I don't know. Sturrock 0 for 0 with a walk back in the second. Comes another pitch in, that one's inside. And Brokman, we know he can roam a lot of grass out there in the outfield, but if he's got that strong of an arm, he can really be a nice right fielder for these RedHawks.
Right.
And that one's fouled off the plate, and Andrew's going to field it in fair territory, throw on to first, and that's an out somehow. So the RedHawks are out of it. They give up a run on a hit. No errors, and the Bobcats go up 2-0. We'll be right back for the bottom of the third. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Cut back on the mound to start the bottom of the third. First pitch from him to Kraus is swung through. Kraus stepping in for his first plate appearance of the afternoon. Here comes another pitch from Cut, who's working quickly, finds, no, he misses the outside corner with a breaking ball there. The 1-1 from Cut is in there. That one caught the bottom edge of the zone, and here comes the 1-2, swung on and missed by Steven Kraus, so Edward Cut makes quick work of the RedHawks 7 batter. And it'll be Willie Escala in for Miami now.
Edward Cut's got some Power 5 caliber stuff on the mound. I mean, some of these pitches he's throwing and then taking care of these RedHawk batters. He's retired the first 7 RedHawk batters he's seen today.
As he misses low with a fastball, and it sometimes with some of these breaking pitches he's throwing, it looks like he's throwing a frisbee up there. I don't know if he's throwing a slider, a curveball, or something in between, but it's moving a lot as Escala gets a really good piece of that one, and it dunks in front of the center fielder and rolls to the wall. Escala's rounding second. Cutoff throw into the shortstop, but Escala dives into third without a throw. A big triple here to start off for the RedHawks in the bottom of the third.
I jinxed it.
Yeah, you did.
Good shot, though, at the right center field. Landed right near the warning track, bounced off the top of the wall, and you got speed like Escala has. The shortstop, he made it to third plenty of time, and good chance for the RedHawks to get on the board here.
Yeah, I won't tell Cut what you said before, just before that triple got hit. And again, this athletic RedHawks team is really taking advantage of the advantages they have over some of these opponents. And that's a ground ball over to first. Diving into the plate safely is going to be Willie Escala. So the RedHawks score on the RBI ground ball to first off the bat of Nick Neibauer. And a really heads-up play there from Escala. He kind of came halfway off the bag. Cale Baker fielded that one over at first, and as soon as Baker turned and made it clear that he was going to try to step on first to get the force out, Escala took off and got there in time, dove under the tag.
Yep.
First pitch to Benji Brokman's down low. So the RedHawks get one right back in the bottom of the third as Benji Brokman grounds one down left of third.
It's really good base running by Willie Escala. And the throw beat him, or he beat the throw by not too much.
Yeah. And it's 0-2 to Brokman, and that's a really heads-up veteran play from Willie Escala, the graduate transfer from Miami, who really seems like a leader on this team, as Brokman puts one through the infield and into left, past the diving glove of Hentages, and into left field for a single. So Brokman extends this inning for the RedHawks.
So Cut retired the first 7 hitters he saw, and now the last 3 have done some damage. Escala, of course, started it with a triple. Neibauer got the RBI ground out. Now Brokman is aboard with a single.
And the meat of this RedHawk order coming up is Parker McDonald, Zach McDonald rather. Swings and misses at a breaking ball from Edward Cut. And would not be surprised to see Brokman on the move here. He's always a threat out on the bases with 2 outs, especially. And Cut taking his time on the mound out there as he misses low with a breaking ball.
This is by far the best crowd we've seen all year. This might be one of the best I've ever seen here. I mean, it's hard to find an empty seat in this place.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. As that one's grounded up the middle and into the waiting glove of Michael Richardson by Zach McDonald on to second for the outs of the RedHawks. Cut the Ohio lead to 1 off a couple hits. We'll be right back for the top of the 4th inning. This is Miami Baseball on RedHawk Radio. Ranovich back on the mound for the RedHawks here as we start off the top of the 4th inning. And it'll be Will Sturrock in for Ohio. First pitch to him is down low. Sturrock coming in for his second plate appearance of the day. He walked back in the second rather. As Ranovich misses once again outside. Ranovich finds the zone with a, looked like a slider there, caught the outside corner. That one swung on and fouled high up on the infield. Steven Kraus is going to range over toward the Ohio dugout and squeeze that one for the out. So a nice quick first out for Ranovich, his first in a couple of innings. And it's going to be Cale Baker in now for Ohio. So I guess that was Michael Richardson, actually, who just flew out toward the first baseman.
Baker's our guy with the dreadlocks.
Yep.
Curly dreadlocks. He looks just like a guy that was in Mansfield with me last summer.
Yes, he does, actually.
Right?
I know exactly
you know what
you're talking about. Yep. I was trying to place where I've seen this guy before. I guess I've seen him in Mansfield.
His name was Tanner Kizis. He's a pitcher for Corning Community College.
Oh, man. Where else would you rather be?
Corning, New York.
They got a Wegmans there and a glass factory. As Ranovich misses outside to Baker, so the count's 2-1 to him. Another ball to Baker.
Let's go to our group chat, by the way.
I can't even imagine the roast that's going to start as he swings and hits one high out to right field, but Brokemont going to camp under that one, no problem for the second out of the inning. A little bit of a loud one there, though, from Cale Baker.
When you came to the game in Batavia, he was the guy that started on the mound for Mansfield.
That's right. And I remember you saying you'd never started a game in his career before. He had no idea what he was doing
He
before.
had no idea what he was doing. But he pitched 6 innings. I think he gave up 2 runs. Like, it was pretty good.
It's not bad. I remember you saying everybody, usually the starter has some sort of a plan or routine before the game, and you said he was just kind of in the dugout chatting people up, wondering what he should do. About 30 minutes.
He was asking me, how should I warm up? I don't know.
You're asking the wrong broadcaster. Comes the 1-0 from Ranovich. That one's outside. And it's Hendages digging back in for Ohio to the right-hand side of the batter's box. And he ended the second inning with a ground out to third, left 2 runners on base. As Ranovich misses inside once again. Comes the 3-0 up high. Ranovich deals out a free pass to the Ohio 9 batter and will come right back to the top of the order.
Center fielder Isaiah Peterson.
And it's Peterson who walked back last inning and he stole a base. Ended up scoring a run.
This game is 51 minutes old. We're in the top of the 4th already.
That's not bad. As as Ivanovic finds the outside corner with a changeup. And I was reading today something about in the minor leagues where they're using the pitch clock. Apparently they've been getting like a decent number of these games in under 2 hours.
Yes.
Crazy. 0-1 pitch to Ivanovic, fouled out.
The ones I bet to this year, they bet 2.5 hours or less with the 14-second pitch clock. So you have to, the clock starts when the catcher throws the ball to the pitcher. You have 14 seconds to deliver.
Wow.
So, and then a lot of them are throwing it with 6 seconds left on the clock.
As Peterson looks at a ball down the zone, and it's like it's a little more when there's a runner on base, right? Like 22 seconds.
No,
or
it's
something?
same, 14.
Oh wow,
Yep.
That's crazy.
And then between innings, it's I think 2 minutes 10 seconds.
So they didn't shave too much off the old media timeouts. As that one's grounded over to second, fielded by Zapp and flipped on to short. Willie Escala covering the bag ends the inning. So Miami holds Ohio off the board there in the top of the fourth. We'll be right back for the bottom. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Cole Andrews ready to dig into the right-hand side of the batter's box here to start the top of the fourth, bottom of the fourth rather, for Miami. That one's down low in the dirt from Cut. Cut deals once again. That one's outside. So Andrews gets to a 2-ball count. Edward Cut having a pretty good afternoon so far. 4 Ks through 3 innings of work. He's only allowed a couple of hits, only 1 run. As Andrews takes a violent hack at that one and rips it foul. Two balls, 1 strike here to Andrews. He takes another big hack. And looked like maybe he was expecting fastball there, but he got breaking ball. Oh, Cut punches Andrews out on the inside corner. A really nice fastball there. Andrews, I don't think he liked the call very much.
Not at all.
Yeah, not at all. So definitely some disagreement there from the Red Hawk 3 batter, but still a pretty nice pitch, I would say, from our man Edward Cut.
Oh yeah, he was giving it to the home plate umpire, Timothy Catton, after the pitch. Giving it to him.
Yeah, and that's something you see very often. Usually they'll try to be a little bit more auspicious about it.
Well, especially at this level. I mean, Major League, you see it all the time,
Right.
And that was the reaction you got.
As Lester looks at a strike, so it's 1-1 to him. And Lester, the Red Hawk cleanup batter, does not have a home run so far on the year as he lines one down the left field line, but foul. And looked like a changeup there misses the top part of the zone, so another ball from Cut. It's 2-1 to Lester. And Cut taking his sweet time there on the mound, so Lester calls time and makes him reset. Now Cut's ready. Swung and fouled back by Lester. That scared quite a few people behind the plate.
Everyone moved their head. Line foul ball back to the screen. The natural human reaction to get out of the way.
That one's roped out toward right field, right center by Lester, chasing over as a center fielder. He's not going to get it. That one takes a bounce on the warning track and it'll be over the wall for a ground rule double. Parker Lester, a really nice piece of hitting there, and he misses his first collegiate home run by probably 10 feet.
10 feet. No wind at the moment, so he completely got a hold of that ball to right center field in the gap, landed on the warning track, took a hop over the fence.
Yeah, really, and if he had just hit it back in like the top of the first, he might be trotting around toward home right now.
Right.
But he's out on second. It'll be Novak in to hit for the RedHawks. David Novak, he's 0 for 1 today. First pitch to him, a breaking ball that cruises past the top half of the zone. A one pitch down low.
Sun's been out though for what, 40 minutes?
Yeah, it has.
Say for at least 75% of this game it's been out.
Novak rips that one into left field, chasing it back is Spencer Harbord. He's going to get under it though and squeeze for the out, so Lester stays put at second. Now there will be 2 outs in the inning for the RedHawks. And it'll be Brian Zapp, the second baseman, charged with trying to drive in this run with 2 outs. RedHawks, I'm sure they wouldn't mind going to the top of the 5th with this game tied.
Nope.
Hit from cut, swung on and missed by Zapp. And I think it's a changeup from cut today that's been really, really good. It's got, looks like a little bit of arm side movement. It's kind of diving as a changeup does, and it's a nice 10 miles an hour or so slower than his fastball.
Yep.
And the Bobcats doing signs between the catcher and the pitcher, kind of not something we've seen recently. Zapp grounds that one out in front of the plate. Scooped up by Cup, and he slings it on to first. Easy third out for the Bobcats, and the RedHawks stay off the board in the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back for the top of the 5th. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio.
A.J. Roush will lead us off here in the top half of inning number 5. It's a 2-1 lead for the Ohio Bobcats over the Miami RedHawks. Patrick Geshan and Jack Schmelzinger are back with you at sunny McKie Field in Hayden Park. Tyler Ronovich back out on the hill for inning number 5 of work. The opening delivery of the frame is low to Roush for ball 1. Solo home run earlier in the game for Roush. That was back in the first inning over the left wheel center field fence to make it 1-0 Ohio. And this one misses away to make it 2-0. Bobcats 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors. The RedHawks 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error. 2-0 deal here from the pitcher in Ronovich. This is a check swing strike that hits the outside corner at 85 miles per hour. And it's 2-1. Wind is gusting out towards center field at the moment. 2-1 is blasted foul behind the plate. 2-2 is the count. A lot of baseball alumni from Miami are in town this week, taking on the series here between the Bobcats and the RedHawks. We've had a few of them come up to us. 2-2 on the way. This is in the air, right field. Brokman moving inward, trying to battle the sun as well. He's going to make a running catch. Overturn that right field foul line. Brokman, a lot of ground cover there to make the grab, probably 35, 40 feet. He was playing a little deeper than usual maybe, and made his way in toward the infield and overturned that right field line. Took a diagonal path to get to the ball, and a catch made for 1 away in the 5th.
And with how deep this McKie Field outfield is, especially out toward right center, there's a lot of room to roam on that right field here at McKie Field. So it's almost kind of like another center field out there.
Yeah. Cheers outside to make it 1-0. Today is also a special day. The RedHawks, before the game, honored a alumnus named Buddy Schultz. He is a former player for Miami. He currently holds the NCAA record of 26 strikeouts in 1 game. This pitch is inside for ball 2 here, delivered to Casper Bauer.
That's nuts.
26 strikeouts in 1 game. It was against Wright State back in 1971, and he threw out the first pitch, and they're handing out baseballs he autographed today. So can you imagine that?
I really can't. I wonder, I'd love to know if it was an extra innings game or if he actually struck out 26 out of 27 outs.
2-0 up and away to make it 3-0. That's true.
Either way, a ridiculous performance. Definitely worthy of an honor, being honored.
If it was a 9-inning game, it means he would have struck out every batter he saw except 1 in terms of getting the outs. This one misses up and away, and there's a 4-pitch walk here to Casper Bauer. A 1-out walk puts him on first in the top of the 5th inning. Because you get out 27 batters in a game. Doesn't mean you see 27 batters, obviously, but that's the amount of outs that a team records in a game. So of the 27 outs he got, 26 were strikeouts.
Not too bad.
Nope. Mason Minzy, the cleanup spot, is now up for Ohio. First one of him is down and in for ball 1. The catcher who walked his last time up.
I think that Sam Bachman would have done that last year if they had just let him stay in.
That's true.
Might remember he struck out 9 in a row against NIU and then got pulled. I was pretty hot.
I remember you were hot.
Mm-hmm.
You had a mound meeting here for the RedHawks as Ronovich has a little visit here from RedHawk coaching staff. Bailey Montgomery, the pitching coach. You have a man on first base, that's Casper Bauer. Now you get some stuff going on down in the RedHawk bullpen that's just underway. Looks like a righty is starting to throw. And maybe someone else getting up too during this meeting at the mound. Ronovich going to stay out for the time being with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning, but RedHawks starting to think of a succession plan for him. So 1-0 the count to Minzy. Kind of rare you see a mound visit occur in the middle of an at-bat.
Yeah.
But the 1-0 coming his way with Casper Bauer on first. It's a big swing and a miss on a curveball that Minzy was out in front of at 72 miles per hour to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Time called before the 1-1 pitch. We started the game mostly cloudy. I would say we're partly cloudy now, and the clouds are decreasing as we've gone throughout the afternoon. This one is down and in, skips away from Andrews, the catcher, and moving up to second base is Casper Bauer on the pass ball. Pitcher in the dirt from Ranovich, trouble handling it for Andrews. It skipped off his leg to his right, and it allowed Casper Bauer to move from first to second base. 2-1 the count here to Mincy.
And that pitcher out in the bullpen's throwing about 2 or maybe even 3 pitches for every pitch being thrown by Tyler Ranovich right now. So he's really putting it into gear to try to get up ready quick.
2-1, a curveball misses inside, 3 balls and 1 strike. Doubleheader on tap tomorrow for the series between Miami and Ohio, and then the series finale on Sunday. A single game, 3-1. It's a big wave and a miss, 3-2 the count. Mincy chases there at an 84 mile per hour pitch, kind of on the outer half from Ranovich. A little bit behind it, so it's 3-2, of course. Full count with 1 away in this 5th inning. Runner on second base, that's Casper Bauer for Ohio. And the righty Ranovich will deal here from the stretch. 3-2 in the air. Left side foul territory will get out of play. Over toward the concession trailer.
That one took a really hard bounce off some sidewalk out there. Hope nobody was trying to get between Withrow Hall and the dining hall or anything.
Little pause here before the 3-2. Ranovich steps off the rubber. Kind of resets as Casper Bauer catching his eye over on second base. 3-2 is on the way from Ranovich. Righty deals. Just misses the outside corner. Home plate umpire shakes his head at that pitch. Little off speed, think a changeup from Ranovich there that was just away. And a walk given up here to Mason Mincy puts him on first and second with 1 away.
In my opinion, Patrick, a really good uniform matchup out there today.
You have the RedHawks with their script Miami pinstripe look, and the Bobcats with the gray gray with the script look on the front and green Bobcats.
Both really classic, I would say.
They are classic. I'd say Miami has the edge.
Yeah, I agree.
Color scheme's better.
I agree. It's hard to beat red and white, honestly.
Yeah.
It's classic, but never gets old.
Nope. 1-1 the count here to the next OU hitter. That is Spencer Hobart. Takes the next one to make the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Ohio leads this game in the 5th inning. 1-1 from Ranovich. Big swing and a miss. Outside fastball. It was waved at, and Hobart is now down 1-2. A lot of students at this game today. That's a good thing to see. 1-2 from Ranovich from the stretch. Runners on first and second. This one is slammed foul to play on the right side. Golf swing there from Hobart, who got contact on it. Count stays at 1-2. Again, still got Casper Bauer on second. Mincy is on first for Ohio. Ranovich resets on the mound. 1-2 from the righty with a 1 away in the inning. Down and away, 2-2. 85 mile per hour from Ranovich. Still got our friend the righty warming up at the RedHawk bullpen. We apologize, can't identify the number on the pitcher from our vantage point. but it's a righty.
It is a righty.
2-2, another one that will hit the outside corner for strike 3. Spencer Hobart thought that one should have been called ball 3, but instead it's strike 3. He looks at it for the K. There's a big second out here in this 5th inning for Ronovich with runners on first and second, and here comes Will Sturrock, the DH.
And both these teams today having a little bit of an issue with Timothy Catton's calls behind the plate, or at least some of them. But hey, at least he's consistent.
Right. First one is nailed back to the screen. Fastball in the middle of the plate there to Sturrock. Swings around it off the top of the bat, nails it back to the twine, makes it 0-1.
Are they using robot umpires at your Dayton games?
No, it's human. We've had a few female umpires, which is pretty cool to see.
Oh, that is cool.
0-1. Down and away, skips away from Andrews. Runners will move up to second and third. Ball in the dirt that was down and away. Andrews did everything he could to stay in front of it, and he did so, but it bounced off his chest, kind of popped to the left of the dish. And too much room between the ball and Andrews, the Red Hawk catcher, that allows Casper Bauer to go to third, and at second now is Mincy.
So Ronovich now, he's got to be careful with that ball down low in the dirt. Can't get one past, let one get past Cole Andrews.
And the 1-1 is a soft liner down to the left field for a base hit. Casper Bauer's around to score. Mincy as well, pulling up to second base with a stand-up 2 RBI double. Will Sturrock to extend the Ohio lead to 4-1 here in the 5th. A shot down the left field line that went to the corner for a double there by Will Sturrock. And the Bobcats have extended the lead to 3 with 2 out in the top half of inning number 5. And another meeting at the mound coming here for the Red Hawks, who maybe might be thinking now they let Ronovich stay in too long. As the entire team here comes out of the dugout to greet Ronovich as he will exit the game. So Ronovich will go 4 2/3, give up 4 runs on 3 hits, no errors. And it is Ronovich exiting with that line after his start today in game 1 of the series. And the Red Hawks will bring out someone here from the bullpen with a man on second base and 2 men out in the top of the 5th inning after a 2 RBI double. Is going to end the day on the start for Ronovich by Will Sturrock, the DH. So a tough way to end your start for Ronovich. And the new Red Hawk pitcher will come out from the bullpen. Throw their warm-up tosses. That's number 31, Ryan Starr, the righty, 6'1", 190 freshman from Avon, Ohio.
And Starr, so far on the year, he's had a little bit of trouble early in his freshman season, a 7.2 ERA through 15 innings of work. He's walked 16 and struck out 19 in those 15 innings, so decent number of strikeouts. Maybe just needs to tamp down on the walk a little bit.
Hey, good chance to do that here, right?
That's for sure. All you got to do is throw it in the strike zone after all.
That's easy to do.
Yeah.
Just throw it in the strike zone.
Yeah, right.
15 innings this year for Stars. He throws the warm-up tosses, 15 hits, 14 runs, 12 of those earned, ERA of 7.20. The line from Starr this year, who last threw on April 24th last weekend at Kent State, pitched a third of an inning in a loss for the Red Hawks, gave up 4 hits and 4 runs. All 4 of those were earned by Starr.
Ouch.
And then had a walk and a strikeout in that mix as well. Gave up a double, a triple, and a home run in that third of an inning.
Ouch. Okay, so that makes sense. The ERA a little bit inflated then. It was actually, it was 4.91 going into that game, so numbers maybe a little bit misleading on Starr, who really hasn't had that bad of a start to his freshman year. Although he definitely does need to work on the walks.
Yeah. But a freshman, too, and a promising addition to this Red Hawk pitching staff for this season. Is only going to get better as his career goes on. So the warm-up toss is over with for Starr. And you got Michael Richardson, the second baseman, in the 7th spot here to dig in with 2 outs, top of the 5th inning, and a man on second base. For Ohio, that is Sturek. Pitch on the way from the righty, misses upstairs on the opening delivery from Starr to make it 1-0.
And Starr, it's kind of funny, in his first ever collegiate appearance at Tennessee Martin back in late February, he walked the bases loaded and then ended up getting out of it without giving up any runs.
All
so
right.
At the very least, we know he's resilient.
1-0 on the way. This one is nailed foul to play right side, making 1 ball and 1 strike. A little gust of wind comes through. This time it's blowing in toward us. This wind is playing tricks on everybody today. That flag out there has been extremely flexible.
Yeah, it really has. It's been going every which way it wants.
1-1 misses low here to Richardson. 2-1 with 2 outs, top of the 5th inning. Ohio leads game 1 of this series 4-1 over Miami. Game 1 of 4 on the weekend here between the RedHawks and the Bobcats. 2-1. Another one in the dirt, 3-1. The count. Starr throw it to the righty Richardson. Start off the rubber, and will have to reset himself here. And with Sturek leading off second base, 3-1 from Starr. On the way. This one will miss away for ball 4. The ball skips away from Andrews, and going from second to third is Sturek. That was it. And it passed ball charge to Andrews for sure. It deflected off his glove, a very catchable pitch, and then went off the top of his glove. Kind of went behind the plate, and it allows Sturek to go from second to third base, and a walk to Richardson. Brings up Cale Baker, the first baseman, who flew out to right his last time up.
And if the RedHawks really want to have any success in the MAC this season, they're definitely going to have to work on their pitching staff's control as a whole. It seems like everyone who comes in is just has way too many walks on their ledger for the season.
This one is low for ball 1.
And a lot of them have a lot of strikeouts too, so they miss bats, but they're victims of the free pass a lot. It can't happen.
Yep. Command issues galore today for the RedHawk pitching core. 1-0. Check swing in the dirt. The first base umpire says not going was Baker, who did a good job holding that one back, and it's 2-0. Starr is missing a lot of his pitches low so far today through the few batters he has faced. 2-0 from Starr to Baker. Another one down and in. The take to make it 3-0. 78-mile-per-hour pitch from Starr, who takes a big sigh after getting the ball back from Andrews and steps off the rubber here to think. 3-0 deal will be on the way here into Baker. And that'll nail the inside corner. 3-1. Fastball at 87. Baker taking all the way. This guy's just like the guy in Mansfield because he's wearing number 52. And you know, not your average person's wearing 50. This one in the dirt for ball 4. Baker's going to walk. That's going to load the bases with 2 outs in the 5th inning. And bring up the 9 spot in Xavier Hendages for Ohio.
So you're saying your friend from Mansfield was not a normal human being?
No. I think one time we were in Houghton College playing the Genesee Rapids. There was a snake in a ditch over by the dugout. He picked it up with his bare hands and brought it in the dugout.
Oh.
This one is nailed foul behind the plate to make it 1-0, or 0-1. And I thought that we were gonna take the snake with us and make it our mascot for the year.
Thank God. Thank goodness cooler heads prevailed on that one.
Can you imagine if you're on the bus and that thing got loose?
Oh. Wouldn't be good if I was on the bus.
1 is on the inside corner. 0-2. Nice pitch there from Starr, and he's 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. Bases are loaded with 2 outs, top of the 5th. Ohio up 4-1. Sturrock on third, Richardson on second, Baker is on first. 0-2 on the way to Xavier Hendages. A soft ground ball to the shortstop is Scala. Never mind, it deflected off the runner. The runner moving from second to third. That's Richardson. It touched him, and there's your 3rd out of the top of the 5th inning.
Not a play you see every day.
No, but RedHawks will take it. They get a lucky bounce there, and that retires the side in the top half of 5. Through 4.5, Ohio takes a 4-1 lead over Miami. Back in a moment. This is Miami Baseball on RedHawk Radio. Patrick Geshan, Jack Schmelzinger back with you here at McKie Field, Hayden Park. Going to the bottom of inning number 5, 4-1 lead for Ohio over Miami. You got Edward cut back out on the hill for Ohio to start the 5th inning for the Bobcats after he started the game. The first pitch is a swing and miss and a low fastball by Miami's Steven Krause. Bottom of the order, due up in the bottom of the 5th for the RedHawks, and the next one will nail the outside corner, make it 0-2 to Krause.
And I don't think anyone's counting pitches today, but I think that if they were, we'd see that Cut has been pretty efficient so far in this game, moving through these RedHawk batters.
A soft liner off the end of the bat into foul territory, and Baker, our guy, misplayed it at first base, dropped it, so a foul ball, but really easy. First out there could have been for Baker, line right to him in foul territory, but not good enough hand-eye coordination, went off the front of his glove and bounced to the turf.
Yeah, you know he's got to be kicking himself there. He probably makes that catch 99 times out of 100, but
0-2, a soft pop-up into shallow center field. The catch made by the shortstop in Hendages. And he got one away here in the bottom of the 5th. Is retired is Steven Krause. 0-2 he is today. And this is Escala, the shortstop, next up.
Shortstop, Willie Escala.
Triple last time up for Escala. Had a shot into the right center field gap off the wall, legged it out to third. 1 out, first one to him is a swing and a miss for strike 1. Swing and a miss, another one that is golfed on and missed. 0-2 is the count here to Willie Escala. Crowd still sticking around here through inning number 5. 0-2 is low, makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. A lot of students are in the crowd. We see a lot of familiar faces that are usually at most Miami events.
Mm-hmm. The faithful.
The faithful. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Outer half fastball, and swinging under it was Willie Escala for the K. 2 men are out. Here's Neibauer. When the base is empty in the bottom of 5. RBI ground out last time for Nick Neibauer.
I really like Neibauer at the bottom of this lineup. Kind of a second leadoff hitter as he gets on base all the time.
And he'll slam this one off the glove of Baker, the first baseman. It popped its way over towards second, and reaching here is going to be Neibauer. See how they rule this. Baker dove for the ball, the first baseman to his right. It deflected hard off his glove and went on the turf all the way over to second base. The ball was picked up by the shortstop, Hendages.
It's like a hit.
It is going to be a single to Neibauer, so he's aboard at first base with 2 men out, and here comes the top of the order, Benji Brokman. It'll be the 3rd time through the Red Hawk order today. First delivery to Brokman is in the air, right field. This is down the line, and it will get down to the corner for at least a base hit. It bounces over the wall in foul territory for a double, a ground rule double. Brokman is over at third base right now. He already legged out a triple, and you know on that play, definitely scoring would have been for the RedHawks Neibauer, but they're going to have to hold it second and third on that ground rule double on a shot down the right field line off the bat of Benji Brokman.
What a beautiful hit for Brokman and a bad break for the RedHawks as that one gets over the wall. Like you said, would have at least scored Neibauer. And Benji Brokman had at least third base on his mind. You never know with that guy. And it was a really nice job of him to stay on that breaking ball from cut and just kind of serve it out there into the right field corner. And that thing, if it hadn't bounced, it would have rolled for a while.
Next up is Zach Mcdonald here for the RedHawks. First one to him will nail the outside corner for a strike, make it 0-1. Second and third of the runners, 2 men out. Brokman is at second for the RedHawks. Neibauer at third. Tying run at the plate here, the 0-1. Misses in the dirt. On the deal in there to Zach Mcdonald. 1-1 the count. Next one from Edward Cut. Misses away, 2-1. We have a listener in Nashville, Tennessee right now. Our good family friend Kevin Catardo, who tunes in to most of our stuff. So
Really?
hello, Kevin. Yep.
Thanks for tuning in. Poor guy.
Goes off his elbow. And hit by a pitch there is gonna be Macdonald. That came in on his elbow and he kind of leaned into it. It was a fastball upstairs and inside for a cut, and that's gonna load the bases here for the RedHawks with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. And a 4-1 lead for Ohio, so you got the tying run now at first base, and here's your number 3 hitter, Cole Andrews, who has struck out twice today in both at-bats.
And a great little 2-out rally here from the RedHawks. They went from 2 outs with no one on base, and now the bases are loaded for their 3-hitter. It's a pretty good swing.
First delivery from Cut into Andrews. That's going to miss inside for ball 1. So you got third base with Neibauer on it. Brokman is at second, and Macdonald here is on first. At the plate, Andrews, the 1-0, is a strike in the outside corner. It was low in the zone, 1 ball and 1 strike. Upper 70s on the gun that time came in from Edward Cut. Down and away, 2-1. I think my dad's listening too right now, mowing the lawn.
It's a great way to, it's a great thing to have in your ears when you're mowing the lawn, I would say.
2-1 is down and away, 3-1 here to Andrews. Another curveball that missed there from Edward Cut. So the 3-1 on the way, Cut resets. This one is in the air. Center field, moving back to the wall. Peterson on the track. He will make the catch all the way next to the wall. Just not quite enough on it in deep left center field off the bat of Andrews, who made a great effort to get that ball in the park. But we were about, I'd say, 5 feet shy there. The RedHawks taking the lead on a grand slam, but with 2 outs. The catch made in deep left center field by Peterson. Great job to track that one down for Ohio. Going to the 6th, 4-1 lead for Ohio over Miami, and this is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Top of inning number 6, getting underway from McKie Field at Hayden Park, Oxford, Ohio. Miami University and Ohio University on the diamond this afternoon. 4-1 lead for the Bobcats of Ohio over the RedHawks. Ryan Starr back out for another inning of work in his relief stint. First pitch to the opening inning batter for Ohio is Isaiah Peterson. Misses up and away for ball 1 as we are back to the OU top of the order. Peterson grounding into a fielder's choice. Second base to shortstop his last time up. That's going to run inside and get him on the back. And a hit by pitch going to lead off the inning for Ohio as Peterson down to first base. He's all right. Fastball that ran in from Starr.
Not the guy you want to let on with a free pass if you're Starr here. We've already seen Peterson steal a bag today, and he's really definitely a presence out there on the bases. Commands some respect from the pitcher out there on the mound. Starr's going to have to worry about him.
Number 2 hitter in the lineup now, A.J. Rauch for Ohio. First one of him is going to be on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Four to 1, the Ohio lead. 3 hits for the Bobcats today, no errors. The RedHawks have 1 run on 4 hits and 1 error. Righty deals this one, a ground ball to the third baseman. Lester on to second one. They go to first and turn the double play. 5-4-3 on the ground ball from A.J. Rauch. Good play by Lester. Flipped to second, zap. Got the force out there and then threw on to first. Krause squeezing to retire the hitter for OU in Rauch. And now we got Casper Bauer up to the plate for Ohio as there are 2 men out and the base is empty here in the top of 6. Third baseman is Casper Bauer, walked his last time up.
Like to see Starr fill the strike zone here, try to get this third out quick.
Yeah. First pitch is upstairs, fouled behind the plate to make it 0-1. Starr taking his time here on the hill. We'll reset and deal from the stretch. 0-1. That's going to be outside for a ball. One. No, it's going to hit the corner. Very late call for a strike there by the home plate umpire, Timothy Catton. So it's 0-2. So that pitch hit in the zone in the outer half by Ryan Starr. So the 0-2 with 2 men out. And this is going to be well outside to make it 1-2 on the fastball there in the upper 80s. One-two pitch is going to be on the way from the righty and Starr. To the lefty here in Casper Bauer. Check swing in the dirt. And he went, sent the home plate umpire and a curveball down and away. Andrews applies the tag. The side retired here in the top half of inning number 6. Through 5.5. 4-1 lead for Ohio over Miami. The RedHawks will bat when we come back. Miami baseball on RedHawk Radio. Bottom of inning number 6. 4-1 the lead for the Ohio Bobcats over the Miami RedHawks. Patrick Geshan, Jack Schmelzinger back with you. McKie Field, Hayden Park. What is a partly cloudy day here in Oxford, Ohio. The first pitch delivered on the outside will miss for ball one to the new Red Hawk hitter to lead us off in the inning. That's number 26. And Parker Lester, the cleanup man at third baseman, as Edward Cutt returns to the hill for the 6th inning of his start. This one is down the line, and that's going to be a foul ball in left field on a shot there that was probably 2 or 3 feet left of the foul line in left off the bat of Lester.
And Lester doubled back in the 4th. That's his second hard hit ball of the day. So it looks like he's seeing the ball well.
And the ground rule double his last time up. So the 1-1 is coming Lester's way here. We'll see Lester, Novak, and Zap bat in this inning for Miami. Cutt will deal. This is a sharp ground ball through the whole right side for a base hit. Into right field on the ground ball there off the bat of Parker Lester. And he's got a leadoff single to get things going in the bottom of 6. 2 for 3 day for Lester, and here's Novak, who's 0 for 2 with a fly out to left his last time up and a ground out to third before that. He's the DH today, man on first base in Lester. We have nobody out, bottom of the 6th inning. RedHawks trying to climb out of this 3-run deficit. First pitch will hit the outside corner here on the curveball, taken for strike 1 by David Novak. 0-1 is going to be on the way here. Little chop ground ball left side. Make it 0-2. Over toward the Red Hawk dugout. Everybody's all right.
And Novak actually having a really excellent start to the season with the bat. He hasn't had a ton of ABs, but OPP up around 400, so getting on base about 40% of the time. That slugging percentage up above 500, so he's getting those extra base hits too.
Sure. 0-2 is arced foul over toward the right field line. That'll drop in play. The right fielder tried to move over Roush to catch it, but he was probably 5 steps behind where the ball landed. So we'll do it again. 0-2 here is staying alive is Novak. So Novak has to trot back in the box, kind of reset here before the 0-2. Nobody out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lester's on first base for the RedHawks. 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, pitch in the dirt, and nowhere to go with first base occupied for Novak, so he will strike out for the first out of the inning. Next up is Zap, who grounded out to the pitcher his last time up. 0 for 2 day for Zap, also grounded out to shortstop in his first at-bat of the afternoon. 1 out, Lester's on first. Righty gets lefty in this at-bat as Zap digs into the left-handed box, and the first pitch will miss outside for ball 1 from Edward Cutt. Where they have us set up today, we cannot see the Ohio bullpen. We got a whole press box blocking our view.
The Ohio broadcasters are inside the press box,
Yeah,
but
that's 1-1 on the way. Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, we're here every game. They're not.
hey, it's that Scripps Journalism School. They're a lot more prestigious than we are.
Yeah. 1-1 on the way. It's the outside corner. 1-2. Good fastball there from Cutt. You can't. You don't. Yeah. Lester's on first. Here comes a 1-2. They check back to him. He's there in time, standing up.
Barely even had a half step off the bag there.
Yeah, not much of a lead off at all, maybe. Yeah, you're right, half a step. 1-2, slam right to the first baseman. Baker fields the ball, steps on first, throwing to second, the tag, and the out. A 3-6 double play there is converted as Baker got the ground ball, stepped on first base, then threw to the shortstop Hendages, and tagged out at second. Lester did not get there in time. We are going to the 7th. The RedHawks are trailing Ohio 4-1 here. It's Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio.
And we're back for the start of the 7th inning here from McKie Field in Oxford, Ohio. RedHawks down 4-1 to the Ohio Bobcats. Aaron Starr still on the mound for Miami. And it'll be Minzy stepping in for Ohio. First pitch from Ryan Starr, that is a ball. And Misny 0 for 1 today, but he's reached twice on walks as Starr misses his own once again. And the RedHawks, they're actually beating Ohio in the hits column today, 5-3, but they've given up 8 walks compared to 0 from the Bobcats. So that's pretty much where the difference in this game seems to lie so far. As Starr finds his own there with a, looked like maybe a changeup. Caught the outside corner.
I guess change up.
Yeah. Comes with 2-1. Another one catches the outside corner. So Starr 2 quick strikes and he's got Minzy on the ropes. Misses down low with a breaking ball there to bring it full.
Nothing going on in the Red Hawk bullpen, so obviously confidence here in Starr's ability to hold this to a 3-run game.
Yep. Swung on and missed as the 3-2 pitch. So Starr, nice job getting the first out there. A quick one for the RedHawks, and it'll be Harbert on now for Ohio. Herbert's 1 for 3 with a strikeout. He reached on an error back in the 2nd, then he had an RBI single in the 3rd. And he swings and grounds that one wide of first. Comes the 0-1 pitch from Starr. Oh, just missed. Fastball down below the knees.
It was over the plate, but just downstairs, I guess.
Yep. It looked pretty good from up here, but.
Yep.
Here's the 1-1 from Starr. Swung on and grounded up the middle. Past the waiting glove of Willie Escala and into center field. Fielded by Zach Mcdonald and thrown quickly onto the infield to hold Harbert onto first.
26, Will Sturck.
And it'll be Sturck into the right-hand batter's box now for the Bobcats.
And Ohio's a team that's had success today getting men on base and then scoring them.
Swung on and fouled wide of first. And that is the truth.
Yeah.
Ohio doing a good job batting these runners in once they get them on base. And Aaron Starr hopes to counteract that, keep this a 3-run deficit for Miami. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on and hit high out toward right field. Benji Brokman takes a couple steps back and then runs in for that one. Camps under it and grabs it for the out. So it'll be Richardson on now for the Bobcats. The right-handed hitter is 0 for 1 today with a walk. He had a sac bunt back in the first 2. First pitch to him, a strike. So Starr seems to be finding his groove a little bit here.
And he certainly didn't have his groove when he first came out, but that's good to see that now things kind of even out for him.
Spins and quick throw over to first. But Harbert back in there pretty easily. When blowing hard out toward left field, here comes the pitch. That's a strike. Fastball caught the bottom of the zone. And Richardson might not have agreed with that one. Thought it was a little below the knees, but a strike nonetheless. And he's on the ropes. Here comes a pitch from the righty Starr, 0-2. That one's down and in. Two outs, a runner on first. Miami down 3-1. Aaron Starr trying to hold that deficit at 3. Here comes his 1-2 pitch. Swung on and hit hard. Out toward left field, chasing Neibauer back to the wall, and he's not going to get this one. A home run for Michael Richardson. Hits that one out over the left field wall, gets a little bit of help from the wind. And it's 6-1 Bobcats. Yeah, a lot of help, I would agree.
You know what's funny? The flag has not been blown out to left field all day except for that at bat.
Yeah. And I think it was also the other time was when Roush hit one back in the first that went over the scoreboard.
Yep.
So Bobcats getting a little McKie field advantage, Oxford, Ohio advantage here today. And that one didn't look like he hit it very hard off the bat. It just kept carrying, and Neibauer looked like he thought the same thing. He was just kind of drifting back, and then he was sprinting back, and all of a sudden the ball was over the wall.
Yep.
And Baker takes a big cut and rips that one wide of third. So the RedHawks down now 6-1 after that big 2-run home run off the bat of Michael Richardson. And Aaron Starr looking to get out of this without any more damage. Baker fouls his next pitch out of play. Here comes the payoff pitch down low. And these RedHawks, it seems like a lot of times on 0-2 they make kind of non-competitive pitches. I'd like to see them at least do something that the hitter will have a thought about swinging at. That one was pretty much in the dirt from the moment it left Aaron Starr's hand.
Right, it just kind of lacks any aggression.
Yeah, I completely agree. Another one misses down low. And especially when you have so much trouble, at least in this game, with the walk,
right,
you'd think you'd want to get those early counts, or those favorable counts, dead as soon as you can.
Yep.
Another one in the dirt. So it was 0-2, now it's 3-2. Baker works a count back full, and now it is Starr who's on the ropes. Big pitch. Swung on and hit hard out to center field. Zach Macdonald is going to come in, though, and Gret under that one and squeeze for the outs. So the RedHawks give up 2 runs. They're down 6-1 now. They're coming back in the bottom of the 7th, looking to make up some of that deficit. We'll be right back. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Cut still on the mound for the Bobcats. His first pitch of bottom of the 7th is down low to Steven Krause. Next pitch to Krause is in there for a strike. So the count's 1-1 from Cut, who's working quickly, and he hits Steven Krause right in the rear end with a breaking ball. Not a bad place for Krause to catch that 74-mile-an-hour pitch, though. I bet it didn't even hurt.
Way to be direct.
I kept it PG, though, so, you know. Comes the lefty Escala now into the box. Swings and misses through a first pitch breaking ball. He was expecting a fastball. Scala 1 for 2 today with a strikeout. Quick throw over to first by Cut, not in time. And Escala had a big triple back in the 3rd. Scored the only Red Hawk run. He and Miami have been quiet since. Squares around a bunt, pulls back in time. His out was just a little bit outside. That one caught him. You're going to say that just grazed the elbow guard of Willie Escala, so 2 straight hit by pitches for the RedHawks, and they're in business here with runners on first and second.
Good start here. You obviously got to do something in the 7th inning, down by 5, so.
Yeah, that's right. You got to start chipping away here at some point.
It's a convenient time, yep.
Yeah, and the RedHawks look like they might just be ready to do that. It's Nick Neibauer up now. He's 1 for 2, and he has the only RedHawk RBI to this point. Looking to add to this total is the lefty Nybauer against the righty Cutter. Or Cut. Nybauer squared around to put that one, try to put that one down the third baseline, but pushed it foul. So the RedHawks aiming for the sacrifice bunt there. And a little surprised to see them try to sacrifice an out here, down 5 runs.
Yep.
But I guess that's why Danny Hayden's down there and I'm up here. Cut takes a step off the mound and looks at second, but doesn't throw. And there is movement in that Ohio bullpen. I can just see it. Looks like a righty out there, at least a righty.
Okay.
As Cut misses the zone there with a fastball. That one ran 88, so Cut, even though he's in the 7th inning of work, still running it up there where he did back in the first. Some good endurance in that right arm. Here comes the 1-1 to Nybauer. He squares around and puts this one down the third baseline. A perfect sacrifice bunt fielded there by Casper Bauer and thrown onto first in time to retire Nybauer, but it did have its intended effect as Escala moves up to second, Kraus to third now.
Very well placed sac bunt.
Yeah.
And so now you get a base hit from one of your best guys on the team. Brokemont turns it from a 5-run game to a 3-run game.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's huge.
They've got the right guy at the plate,
Yep.
at least so far today. Brokemont takes a little half swing there at a pitch in the dirt. The home plate umpire says he went. Oh, I think he got that one off the knob of his bat. Brokemont kind of loads back there, and it just catches the knob of his bat, so it counts as a foul ball, unfortunately for him.
Something.
Yeah. Cut almost hits his third batter of the inning, but it's 0-2. Brokemont, nice job staying alive there. Fouls off an 88-mile-an-hour fastball. It's not the fastball that's gotten cut to this point. It's the changeup and the breaking ball. We'll see if he goes to one of those here. There it was, the changeup grounded toward third, and the throw on home gets Kraus easily. Maybe a little base running miscue there by Kraus, who might have been going on contact.
That ball was very sharply hit.
Yeah, that's right. Directly at the third baseman, too.
Yep.
Who's playing on the grass.
So I'm surprised that running there was the RedHawks, knowing that that ball was hit on the left side of the infield.
Yeah, Kraus was a dead duck the second that he took a step toward home.
Yep.
But either way, it's first and second with 2 outs. RedHawks have a little bit of a tougher job here as Mcdonald grounds one wide of third. If they want to cut into this Ohio lead before the 7th inning finishes. And Mcdonald has had a quiet day at the plate today. He's 0 for 2, but he got hit by a pitch back in the 5th. And interestingly enough, Cut, who hasn't walked a single batter today, has hit 3. So I guess he just kind of condenses all of his control issues into a few really, really bad pitches.
Yep.
Macdonald, nice eye, takes a pitch that just missed the outside corner there. Looked like a slider. On deck is the 3-hitter Cole Andrews, who's 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts. Macdonald looks at one. That was an off-speed pitch that right down the middle. Macdonald trying to push a couple runs across. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That one's up high. RedHawks down 6-1 here in the bottom of the 7th from McKie Field. Runners on first and second, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cut on the mound, throwing to Mcdonald. Here's his pitch. That one's down low to fill up the count. So everyone will be on the move here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners go. Pitch swung on and lined over the shortstop's head into left field. Coming around third is Willie Escala. Benji Brokmond runs through a stop sign. He's going to dive in. Willie Escala and Benji Brokmond score there on the Zach Macdonald RBI single. And the third base coach, Danny Hayden, put up a big old stop sign there for Benji Brokmond, and he ran right through it, made it count. Dove under that tag.
Danny Hayden is grinning back at the dugout at Benji Brokmond.
Oh, man, and
what
he's
a gamble.
Lucky. He's lucky he made it.
What a gamble. And he slid in ahead of that throw. That's some confidence right there as we get a mound meeting here with Cut on the Ohio Hill.
Yeah, that sure is some confidence. I mean, it's not like, make no mistake, Benji Brokmond did not see that stop sign. Everyone in the park saw that stop sign. Benji Brokmond just ignored it.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And the Red Hawk deficit cut to 3.
But I told you, 6-3 game now. A lot different than 6-1 for obvious reasons.
Yeah, that's for sure. And with that being such an exciting play, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Red Hawks take advantage of some momentum here. I just cannot believe that bet. Danny Hayden was halfway down the third baseline, double hands up, pumping it. Stop. Brokmond just went right through, didn't even think about it. As the first pitch to Andrews is down low. Here comes the 1-0. That one's grounded down wide of third. I just can't believe what a gutsy play that was by Brokmond. I mean, when you're rounding third like that, you kind of have to just trust your third base coach because you can't even see the ball.
Right.
Somehow Brokmond knew the speedster's instinct, and he made it in there. As the pitch misses to Andrews to make it 2-1. Here's a 2-1 to Andrews, swung on and, no, not swung on, spit on. Fastball off the outside corner. Next pitch to Andrews, catches the inside corner, so it's 3-2. Looks like we'll have Kenton Egbert, one of the more reliable Red Hawk pitchers this season, up in the bullpen. Andrews swings and lifts that one out into short right field. Actually, that's on the infield. The second baseman will run over there and squeeze. That's Richardson out there, and the inning is over for the Red Hawks, but they get 2 runs, cut the Ohio lead to 3. We'll be right back to see if they can hold the Bobcats in the top of the 8th. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio.
2 runs across on 1 hit, no errors, 1 is left on.
for the top of the 8th inning. It'll be, looks like the same man, Ryan Starr, out on the mound trying to hold that Miami deficit at 3 after they scored 2 last inning. Comes the first pitch to Hendages. That's a strike down around the knees. Miami looking to make quick work of these Bobcats, maybe get into the bottom of the inning and cut this lead further. The pitch from Starr's fouled wide of first.
Are you surprised that Starr's back out for another inning?
Honestly, I am a little bit. I kind of thought that Egbert might come in, especially with that lead getting shortened a little bit, but looks like he's doing pretty good so far as that one's grounded out towards short, fielded on the run by Escala, but he couldn't quite get a handle on that one. A soft ground ball. Escala had to really charge that one if he had any chance of getting him at first, and he just couldn't quite come up with it.
Yeah, they ruled out a hit. That's just a tough play for anybody, no matter how good you are. Coming inward like that. Try to play it at the edge of the grass, if you will, where the turf changes from brown to green to represent dirt and grass. But
yeah, and big league shortstops make that type of play look easy, but
yeah,
there's only a few people in the entire world who have the arm strength to make a play like that. Make it look easy, and most of them are playing for big league teams right now.
They actually first put up on the scoreboard hit, and then they changed it to error, so it's an error.
So it's Peterson back up the top of the order for Ohio. He rips one out into right field, but Benji Brokman's barely even... Oh, no, Benji Brokman thought he was going to grab it, but Zach McDonald instead comes on and fields that one, so it's an out nonetheless. And I was looking at Brokman. It looked like he was getting ready to catch that one. I think he just had no idea where it was. Good thing McDonald was able to find it. And probably pretty tough to see up there with a little bit of cloud cover and the sun beaming down. So 1 out for Starr and the RedHawks. Here comes his pitch to A.J. Roush. That one's down low, and Roush 1 for 4 on the day, but that one was a really loud one. Home run over the left field scoreboard.
Yep.
That one's down in the dirt. Comes a 2-0. Strike. Breaking ball catches the top part of the zone to bring the count to 2-1. Runner goes. That one's chopped over the head of Parker Lester. Rounding second, cruising on into third is going to be Hendages. That's a nice little ground ball single there for Isaiah Peterson, or A.J. Roush, rather. Miami hurt there by having a turf field. If that was a grass field, it probably would have deadened the ball enough that it wouldn't have bounced over Lester's head. But
yep.
Double play still in order, though, with 1 out. No movement in that Miami bullpen. That one's tapped out toward the pitcher, fielded by Starr, and he just flips onto first, makes the easy play. Doesn't risk a throw to second, probably smart there.
Hey, you guys leaving? Oh, good.
Someone must have left their AirPods or phone or something down there. They're come back to get it now.
Oh, good. Comes the 0-0. That was a strike to Minzy, so it counts 0-1 from Star to him. Top of the 8th, Miami down 7-3. And Aaron Starr spikes a fastball there, so it's 1-1. RedHawks down 7-3, runner on second. Aaron Starr on the mound, hoping to keep the Ohio lead at 4. Comes the 1-1 to Minzy, swung on and missed.
Our crowd's thinning out a little bit.
Yeah, it really is, actually. I just noticed that right as you said that, but especially down the first baseline. Comes the 1-2, swung on and hit out to left field. Chasing back is Neibauer. And over toward the foul line, he's going to grab that one and squeeze for the final out. So Ohio scores a run, jumps their lead up to 4. RedHawks going to have to look to come back here in the bottom of the 8th. We'll be right back. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. New pitcher on the mound for the Bobcats as we enter the bottom of the 8th inning. It's Brett Manis, the 6 foot, 185-pound lefty. A lefty from Port Huron, Michigan. And Manis has been pretty good so far this year. 4.35 ERA through 20 2/3 innings of work and 29 strikeouts to only 6 walks. So this guy's got some really good stuff and some really good control out there on the mound. You know that for sure. As he misses with a fastball there to Lester. Lefty-lefty matchup here between Lester and Manis, and he grounds that one out toward Manis. He will field easily and flip onto Baker at first for the first out. And so the RedHawks are down to 5 outs. Novak, the righty, digs in. 0 for 3 today. Takes a big hack at the first pitch and fouls it off. comes the Manis offering. Swine and fouled out of play by Novak. And Novak, the freshman, is probably must have really impressed this Miami coaching staff as he serves one into right field. It's going to drop in front of Richardson out there, Roush rather, for a single.
Right on cue.
Right on cue. I was going to say, I think he must have really impressed this Miami coaching staff at the plate, being a freshman catcher who's out there DHing. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Here comes Brian Zapp. First pitch to him up high. One out to Zapp, grounded, fielded out there by Richardson, thrown on to Hendages at first and over to Baker for the 4-6-3 double play. An easy one for the Bobcats, and the RedHawks are out in the bottom of the 8th. They've got to win it in the 9th. We'll be right back for that. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio.
It is still Ryan Starr on the hill for the Miami RedHawks as he continues on his stint for another inning in relief. RedHawks have used his 2 pitchers today. It's been Starr and then Tyler Ronovich, who started the game.
Pretty good stuff.
Yeah. First hitter for Ohio, the 5, 6, and 7 spots are due up at the top of the 9th. That is Spencer Harbert, the left fielder. First one of him hits the outside corner for strike 1.
And I didn't really realize that Starr had been pitching for so long, but he's already been through 3 1/3 innings of work. Doing a pretty good job, at the very least, eating some innings here for the RedHawks.
Ken Egbert, you mentioned, has been up, but RedHawks have not been going to the bullpen the last few innings. Harbert swinging a miss on an outer half fastball to make it 0-2.
And it'd be really big here for Miami, especially at the beginning of this 4-game series. They have a lot of pitchers left to throw. It'd be really big for them if Starr could get through this 9th.
0-2 on the way. This is off the end of the bat, nailed back to the screen. Stays at no balls at 2 strikes. Harbert has a 2-hit day, an RBI single, and a single his last time up as well. He's also reached on an error and struck out this afternoon.
Wow, so this is, okay, this is his 5th plate appearance. I guess that makes sense.
0-2 on the way, bases empty, nobody out in the 9th, and another one in on the hands. It's fouled back behind the plate, and it will be still 0-2. Wind currently blowing out to left field. Temperature has stayed in the lower 60s for our entire game. Stars 0-2, that's a low 1-2. Ryan Starr taking his time on the Red Hawk hill throughout his relief stint in 3 innings plus today. Doesn't really like to move quickly. Takes his time on that mound. 1-2. Reached for and lined into left field. That's going to be a base hit at least. Moving around, going towards second base. Harbert pulls up into second with a stand-up double as his helmet flew off after he rounded first. And a stand-up double to lead off this 9th inning for Spencer Harbert and Ohio on a liner down the left field line with now a man on second, nobody out here in this 9th inning.
A really great piece of hitting there by Harbert. He's totally fooled with that breaking ball and just kind of reaches down and flips it into left. Good enough for a double.
Yep. So he's on, nobody out in the 9th. Second base occupied. This is Will Sturrock, the DH, and the first one of him is going to be in for strike 1 on the outer half. Sturrock flew out to right his last time up. Did have a 2 RBI double in his 3rd at bat today. Oh, 1-1 the count as Starr stares in before the deal from the stretch. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Redhawks are out hitting Ohio 8-7, but Miami has stranded plenty of runners on base in the game today. That is one reason why the Redhawks have not been able to push any runs across. They've left 6 on, including a bases loaded situation. Put in the air, sky high fly ball into right center field. Playable here for Mcdonald. He'll make the catch, tagging second to third is Harbert, and he will be thrown out at third by the throw. It got there just in time. The tag applied by Lester, the third baseman, on a great throw by Macdonald from right center field. And Harbert is retired on the fly-out throw-out double play. 2 gone in the 9th.
What a cannon there from Zach Macdonald. You don't really expect that from the center fielder, but I mean, just a really, really excellent throw. And like you said, couldn't have gotten there any later.
Nope. Here's Richardson, the second baseman. He solo homered over the left field wall his last time up. There's a ball delivered up and away from Starr. Base is empty, 2 gone in the top of the 9th. 1-0 is on the outside corner, 1-1. Bobcats lead the Redhawks 7-3 here at McKie Field. Trying to take game 1 of this series. First time these teams meet this season is today. Last year, the Redhawks and Bobcats split their series in Athens, each team winning 2 of 4 games. On May 7th and 8th, they played a doubleheader on both Friday and Saturday last year due to weather in Athens. 2-1 is the count here to Richardson with 2 gone in the 9th. 2-1 pitch is missed low for a ball. A little check swing from Richardson. He did not go according to Bryce McCullough, the first place umpire, who received an appeal.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't make one of the games from Saturday or Sunday a doubleheader today this week, especially because we've got a little rain on the forecast both of those days.
3-1 now back into play. Well, to me, what I don't really understand is why there's such a push to have these games in the afternoon when you have lights, right? I don't understand why we're playing at 3 o'clock today, not 5, not 7, not 6.
Yeah, it's not like Ohio's got to get home tonight or anything. Yeah, that's a good point.
And people are still working at 3 if you want people to come, watch the games. This one is smacked right up the middle. It almost got Starr right in the head, but it was 2 inches wide right of his noggin and goes into center field. It's a line shot base hit off the bat of Richardson. Starr, I'm sure is counting his blessings right now, and a 2-out single for Richardson, who keeps the 9th inning going.
Jeez, and all it takes is a play like that to remind you how really dangerous baseball is. Nasty.
Yeah. So Starr lucky on that one as he lined her right back toward him on the mound. Missed his head to the right by 2 inches. Check back to first, diving in all right. And safe at the bag is Richardson. We will now see our guy, Cale Baker, at the plate, the first baseman. Oh for 3 today with a walk, a couple of flyouts, and a strikeout. So one low to make it 1-0. 80 miles per hour on the gun that time from Starr. Game 2 of the series tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Game 3 will be tomorrow at 4 o'clock, right here on Red Hawk Radio. And then we round it out Sunday at 1 also, right here on Red Hawk Radio. 1-0, it's the outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. Baker twirls the bat around. Ryan Starr looking over at first base to Richardson. He'll reset himself here on the mound. And the 1-1. In the dirt, 2-1. Nice job by Andrews to stay in front of it. Gonna block that out in front of his body, and the count again moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. Two men out, top of the 9th inning. OU up by 4. 2-1 offering on the way. This one is slammed right to Zap, the second baseman on the liner. He makes the catch, moving a shuffle to his left. And the shot retired in the top of the 9th inning. Redhawks try to get something out of this game in the bottom of the 9th. When we come back, they trail Ohio 7-3. And this is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Seven to 3 your score, Ohio over Miami as we start the bottom of inning number 9. Here from McKie Field, Hayden Park. Dr. Geshan, Jack Schmelzinger are with you. Appreciate you spending parts of your Friday with us. As Ohio 3 outs away for taking game 1 of the series. You have Steven Krause to lead it off for the Redhawks. Bottom of the Redhawk order will bat. 7, 8, and 9 spots are due up here in the 9th. And the first one to Krause is a swing and a miss, well out front of a 78-mile-per-hour off-speed pitch from Brett Manis, who returns to the Ohio mound in the 9th for his relief stint. 0-1 on the way. This went down and in, 1 ball and 1 strike. Looked at 83 miles per hour there. Krause, Escala, then Neibauer at the plate for Miami, barring any pinch hitters here in the 9th. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Fastball outer half that was waved on and missed by Krause. Actually, we are going to have a pinch hitter in the next at bat as Redhawks kind of shuffling around the batting on deck circle there. This one is slammed over into the Redhawk dugout, bouncing foul ball that luckily missed everyone over there, and it's still 1-2 here to Krause. J.J. Woolwine is on deck for Miami. 1-2 on the way from Manis. Another one nailed back to the screen. Staying alive is Kraus. Fastball upstairs there for Manis.
Dangerous things on Kraus's mind here. He's taking big cuts at these pitches. And although he can't hit a 4-run home run right now, I like to see it.
1-2, swing and a miss. Got him on an inside of the half slider, I think, at 81 miles per hour inside of the plate, I meant. And there's one out here in this top of the 9th inning as Kraus with a wave and miss.
For the RedHawks, it's number 14, J.J. Woolwine.
Here's J.J. Woolwine, the pitch hitter. He will bat for Willie Escala at the shortstop position. So it is the first time we see Woolwine here as Danny Hayden makes the substitution with the home plate umpire. JJ, the redshirt sophomore for the RedHawks, 304 on the year, will nail this one off the stanchion supporting the net behind home plate on the first pitch to make it 0-1 for Manis. You got a helicopter flying over.
Maybe some wealthy Miami alums coming in to catch the last few outs.
0-1 will hit the outside corner. 0-2. Maybe they'll land on the roof of the Miami Inn.
Now that would be a sight to behold.
0-2 for Manis. That is going to miss the outside corner. Breaking pitch at 78, 1-2. Taken there by Woolwine. No flyover today for a Division I baseball game, but yesterday at my high school lacrosse game, we had a flyover. This one is off the shoulder of Woolwine. Never mind, they say it went off the bat.
Nothing like a flyover at a high school lacrosse game. You said it was like a World War II era type looking plane?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool stuff. Was it like a prop, like a single prop on the front? Wow.
Old plane.
That's awesome.
I'd
never get up in one of those things.
After you hit them.
Yeah, you said it really buzzed the field too.
It was 500 feet over that field. You could have thrown a rock and hit it. So I guess they say strike 3 there to Woolwine. You got arguments going on between Danny Hayden, the home plate umpire, and then Woolwine is just standing there. I guess the argument is that Woolwine went around on a swing after that ball hit him in the shoulder.
Interesting.
He did kind of swing at it, and I guess the home plate umpire, Timothy Catton, said that Woolwine made a swing. So there's 2 outs, base is empty, bottom of the 9th. The first one here to another RedHawk pinch hitter is fouled back to the screen and out of play. This is number 9, Dalton Back at the plate, the sophomore from Columbus, Indiana, who bats in place of the left fielder Nick Neinbauer. Next one on the way will miss down low for ball 1, and is 1 ball and 1 strike to Back. Two men out, 1-1. Down and in, 2-1. RedHawks down to their final out in game 1 of the series. Manis steals the 2-1 to Back. And he'll back to the screen. Not the series, the game, I should say. 2-2. Two offering on the way. That is going to be in there for strike 3 on the outside corner. Curveball that came in from Manis and taken all the way by Dalton Back. The game is over. And the Ohio Bobcats take game 1 of our series 7-3. Your final score. The Bobcats put together quite an offensive performance today. They improved to 19-17 overall, 11-10 in MAC play of the season. And at the end of it, I guess you can say the RedHawks did not bring the bats enough today. Pitching was a little shaky early on, and Ohio got the breaks offensively, and their pitching was on it today when it needed to be.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I think that the Ohio pitching staff really did a pretty good job shutting down these RedHawks, and for Miami, I think what they really really need to work on is just the command from their pitchers. It's really tough to win games when you're walking 8 guys and giving up a couple hit by pitches too, and not to mention the 2 errors, just too many free passes today given up by the RedHawks.
That, of course, contributed to the problem, and for Miami, kind of just been this 500 type of year. They came in winning 3 of their past 5, but now that's 3 of their last 6. RedHawks overall fall to 17-24. They're now 12-16 in the Mid-American Conference. I guess, you know, if there's a positive for Miami today, Ryan Starr came in and pitched a really good relief performance after Ranovich got out of the start in the 5th inning. Starr came in and finished the game on the mound for Miami. Had, what, 3 2/3 or close to 4 innings, 4 1/3 today. So that's a positive for the RedHawks pitching-wise. Starr came in, it played well, but at the end of the day, Miami didn't bring the bats either.
Yeah, and it was really a nice performance from Starr, especially this Miami pitching staff this year. At least at the top of it, it's been pretty good, but once you get down toward the, you know, the middle and the bottom of the pitching staff, it's been a little rough, and we saw they were without Jonathan Brand, their best pitcher today, but they still were able to muddle through and at least give themselves a little bit of a chance to win out on the mound.
That is true. So Ohio finishes with 7 runs on 8 hits and no errors. The RedHawks end up here in this game 1 of the series with 3 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors, and that is your final score, 7-3. Tonight from McKie Field. Game 2 of the series is tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern Time here on Red Hawk Radio. It is game 1 of a doubleheader tomorrow, and the games will be at 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock scheduled start times. And we'll have both of them for you right here. And then, of course, game 4 on Sunday at 1 o'clock start time for that Eastern Time to round out the series between Miami and Ohio. Final thoughts?
No final thoughts, but I'm excited for the next 3.
All right. Same here. 7-3 your final. It is Ohio over Miami here in game 1. For Jack Schmelzinger, everyone else that makes it possible behind the scenes, Patrick Geshan saying so long, good afternoon, and good evening from McKie Field at Hayden Park in Oxford. 7-3 your final. Thanks for listening to this presentation of Miami baseball on Red Hawk Radio.